Happy New Year to everybody. I guess we're well into the new year here, 2023. And it's off to a pretty beautiful start. For me, the very first week of January, I had the challenge and privilege to bury one of my best friends, Father Scott Sperry, who was assigned to the cathedral. This was his last assignment before he was no longer healthy enough to serve. And it was pretty extraordinary, friends. As many of you know, there's something so painful in tragedies, loss of loved ones, that can also be just really blessed. I experienced a real gift in the rites of the church. The church gives us this beautiful time of visiting the deceased person's body in a vigil service. I got to lead part of the rosary we prayed together, and it was I didn't even realize how meaningful it was going to be for me. First, to have a space where I could just grieve, just be sad, just acknowledge that it was really sad losing a 37-year-old friend. But also, I did not anticipate how meaningful and important for me it was going to be to see the people, the hundreds of people who showed up to pay their respects. And that was just the first night of the vigil. And then the day of the funeral and the committal, even more impactful, and the prayers of the church that are said in the mass, the funeral mass, and in the wake, the committal ceremony. Wow, just tons of hope and consolation, while at the same time really feeling that the church was beside us. We were in this together, in the grief and in the gratitude. So, gosh, there's so much I could say, but anyways, I just wanted to share a little bit of how we owe Father Scott our prayers for his eternal repose in the Lord's abundant mercy, and how it's so important to grieve together and to also allow the Lord to give us a lot of gratitude. Well, in other news, I want to share just a few things that have also come up that are on the radar. One of which is you all received a special gift for Christmas from us, a free subscription to the Hallow app. Now, I need to acknowledge that it was a lot more difficult than I thought to get the app to work correctly on my phone, and then I noticed I started to hear with other people who were having the same issues. So I just want to acknowledge that maybe some of you have had a hard time getting access to the premium content on the Hallow app, and I'm sorry. We've called them, and they've been apologetic, but I haven't really gotten more information on how to fix the problem. But I do know that it can be fixed. I finally got it to work on my phone. I know other people eventually got it to work. But I just wanted to notice that you should be able to access all of the content, not a part of the free trial that you can get for 3 months and then pay a subscription. No, we acquired 6 months access to all the content, and it can work. It does work, but it is for some reason a little glitchy or something. So if you tried and it didn't work for you, keep trying. I have been using the app actually and gotten a lot out of it. I've taken on the challenge of the catechism in a year, which has been off to a great start. And gosh, their stuff on meditation and prayer is excellent. Okay, next thing. We have this Saturday, the city of Phoenix in our district is hosting a cleanup day, where they're inviting members, representatives of the community and of the neighborhood of 27th Avenue to help spend a few hours cleaning, just helping to improve this neighborhood. We all know this is a rough part of town, and I think it'd be really important and really meaningful if the secular world, the city of Phoenix, sees that the Catholic Church is willing to show up and help improve the neighborhood, regardless of people's faith in this area. That we kind of break the mold of being just in our own little corner, being Catholic. But I think it's important that they see that the Catholics go out and show up for things that are important, and how we can contribute in a small way to help improve this neighborhood one step at a time. So that cleanup is Saturday, the 14th, 9 a.m. They're meeting at the parking lot at Savers on 27th Avenue in Bethany. And their lunch will be provided, and I just really encourage people, if you're able to go, and maybe if you're questioning or it'd be difficult, try to make a little sacrifice out of it. Last thing is our Salt and Light ministry. We have a ministry that dedicates themselves to regularly just being out on 27th Avenue holding signs that say, "Can I pray for you?" And they've been doing this now for a couple years, and it's amazing the things that they've learned about the poor, the people who are down on their luck, and the people who are in trouble. One of the things that they've learned is that the people who are homeless on the streets on 27th Ave, they've asked them, like, what can we do? What can we give? What do you need? And they've offered, like, when it's cold right now, like, do you want a big coat? We can get you coats and sweaters. And they've actually said, no, we'd rather not. Some people even said, if I am seen with a nice coat, I'm going to get beaten up, and that's going to get stolen from me. So interesting information about life on the street. So they asked, well, what can we give? And they said, actually, we'd really benefit from new socks. Socks get wet and gross pretty quick, and it's miserable to be walking with cold feet or very uncomfortable feet. So they said socks is an excellent gift because it's not conspicuous, it's not going to get stolen, or they're not going to get beat up for it, and it will be a real comfort and consolation throughout the day. So we are going to do a sock drive. This Sunday, we are going to announce that we're collecting socks, and then those socks will get picked up on January 22nd. So you can start shopping now, order a bunch of socks, go shopping at Walmart or whatever, pick up a bunch of socks. We're going to collect them on January 22nd, and our Salt and Light Ministry is going to help us distribute that to the people who most need them. Pretty cool, huh? I think so. All right, that's all for now. God bless.